Hey guys, how are you doing today? Hope everything is good on your side. I just wanted to record this short video to talk about the latest reviews I've been personally seeing on YouTube when it comes to the iPad Pro M4. Look, I've always been a fan of the iPad, but at the same time, as a fan, you need to understand the limitations that the iPad comes with. And for people who just thought that with the release of the iPad Pro M4, they can truly use this as a laptop replacement, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but this is not going to happen. And it seems like it's never going to happen because it apparently contradicts with Apple's strategy when it comes to the MacBook lineup. And if they just, use or allow users to download Mac OS X on the iPad Pro, then no one is going to go and buy a MacBook Air or even a MacBook Pro. I mean, think about it. An M4 chip that's so powerful in a thinly designed body of the iPad Pro makes it just an unbeatable offer. Everyone would be just running to get it. So here's my take on the videos. I'm honestly disappointed by how the reviewers these days are approaching the iPad Pro M4 product release. Many of them are just repeating the same message, talking about the design, the specs, how thin it is, how light it is it bendable or not, the camera. Guys, great, we get this. Trust me, we can all go online, just read the specs and have an idea about how many RAMs and cores and whatever comes in the iPad. But what every potential buyer is thinking of is, for my specific use case, will this iPad Pro M4 meet my needs? Will it be sufficient for what I aspire to achieve? Given that I may have an iPad Pro, maybe M1 or M2, or I might be buying it for the first time. I might be in the market buying it for the first time. Is this something worth my money and my investment? That's a simple question. So I would love to have a reviewer just outline the top use cases for a potential customer to consider or think of before buying the iPad Pro M4. Great, you can say artists, you can say video makers, but why don't you go a little bit deeper and tell us, okay, if I'm a video maker, what does my life look like if I want to use Logic Pro to make YouTube videos? What are some potential limitations that might face me compared to Logic Pro, for example, on a desktop? So these are the things that we're still lacking. What about productivity? If I'm a Microsoft 365 user, I heavily rely on Outlook, Teams, Word, Excel, PowerPoint. What does a life look like, a day in my life look like, if I am to use the iPad Pro for these applications? I haven't seen anyone do it. And if you came across such videos, please let me know. So that's just my take on what I've been seeing. I'm personally super impressed with the iPad Pro M4, and I'm this close to buy it, not gonna lie. I just love the new design, I love the new feel, but I'm just waiting for WWDC, which is planned to happen June 10th, in order to see what are the updates that Apple are gonna announce for iPad OS. Personally, I don't have high hopes. I know they're gonna just possibly release some new cool AI features, quote unquote, but I'm not expecting a huge transformation to take place on iPad OS. In conclusion, I just feel that if you want to buy an iPad Pro, and if you want to try to use an iPad Pro as your day-to-day driver, productivity driver, you just need to live with its limitations. You just need to tweak your own working style in order to match the capabilities of the iPad Pro. You might be asking, like, why would someone do that? I don't know, maybe you might be interested in its form factor, maybe you prefer that it's a 2-in-1, it's something that is lightweight, easy to carry. That could be the reason. But if you're completely not interested in those features and you don't think that the physical, let's say, attractiveness of the device is not something that appeals to you, just ignore it and move on with your life. Whether you're a Mac or a Windows fan, you want to use MacBook Air, you want to use Surface Pro, Surface Laptop, that's your call. But this is basically my take on what has been happening with the iPad Pro M4. Let me know your thoughts as well. Do you think that the reviews that you've been seeing on YouTube are doing it justice? Do you think it answers the questions that you always keep pondering about or thinking about? If yes, please do mention those in the comments below, and I would be more than happy to go through them and hopefully have my questions and my doubts answered very soon. Thank you all, guys, and see you in the next video.